product is a moisturizing lipstick in the shade Ravishing Red. And this shade is like the most beautiful mauve-y red tone. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today. It's really rich and beautiful in color. I like the fact that it's not too bright, but it's not too dark either. And it's just really, really nice. The pros about this lipstick is that it's very comfortable. It doesn't really feel like I have a lot on my lips. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel really drying. It's very just moisturizing and comfy, and I love it. The other thing is it has a beautiful color. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that color. Yes. The other one is that it stays on the lips well. So it's not very hard to, like, smear it, I guess. Well, it does. The first item is this lip pencil in the shade Rich Red. There is some pros to this. Like, it has a very beautiful color. It's a very bright red, unlike the one I'm going to show you next. It's a very bright, I guess more orangey blue tone red than a warm color. So it's like very cool toned red, which I really like, especially for more like this cooler season. I really like brighter lips. The other thing is that it's a very lightweight formula. I love the fact that it's very light and comfortable on my lips, but it doesn't like make my lips look cracked and uncomfortable. The other one is it has a sturdy, heavy packaging. It's not like some of the other items that I mentioned in my last video, that they're very cheap and plastic feeling. This one feels very sturdy. The other one is I love the shade that has the shade on the bottom of the container. So like when you look at it, it has the shade on the bottom here to show you that it's a red shade. The other is it's very creamy consistency. So when you're putting it on the lips, it's very creamy feeling. It's not very chalky or uncomfortable. The main negative problem I have with this is it did break. I have only had it for about a month or two, and I've only used it maybe 3 times, and it is broken. I'm not very happy about that. You guys hear laughing. It is my sister and my boyfriend. Like the last video, they can't stop laughing. I don't know. The next item is this lipstick in the shade Ravishing Red, Ravishing Red. Pardon me, Ravishing Rose. Why did I say Ravishing Red? It's this really, really pretty, rosy, mauve-y red color. It's very warm toned, very different from the last lipstick. So, this is the Ravishing Rose. It's very pretty. I love it. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today. The pros about this lipstick is it's very comfortable. I don't feel like my lips are very dry, very cracked. It's just very comfortable. I can wear it all day. One of the cons I will have to say, though, is that it does smear really easily. I'm not a big fan of that. But, I mean, for a really, really pretty lipstick, who can go wrong? The other one, as you guys can tell, is that it has a beautiful color. It's very beautiful, very cool tone, very warm tone, very, like, more Christmassy, which I love, especially for this time of the year. The other sort of, well, it is positive, is the fact that it stays on the lips well. It doesn't really come off or transfer a lot. Like, it's not like Kiss Proof, but it's definitely doesn't transfer as much as a usual bright red lipstick, which I love. And yeah, the next product is a angled blush brush. I love this brush a lot. I love it to put bronzer on or contouring because it just has that nice angle to, you know, cut your cheeks, make your cheekbones look chiseled. It's nice. I like the fact that it's a very dense, packed brush. I don't like the loose packed brush. I love that it's dense because it makes the product glide on easily. It picks up product extremely well. I just dip a little bit of my bronzer and I put it on, and it doesn't like make it look really, really like muddy on my face. It's also very soft. I will have to also mention that all their brushes are cruelty free, so I love that about this brand. The handle is very user-friendly. I love that as well. Just because when you're using it on yourself, you really don't want to be like trying to, you know, have a weird handle. I love the handle shape, especially because it kind of like tapers off at the bottom, but also kind of tapers off at the top. So it's kind of like easy to use on yourself and on others. It distributes product evenly and beautifully. I love that about it because it makes the product go on beautifully and smoothly, not patchy. It's just a beautiful brush. The next item is the blending brush. So I absolutely love this brush. It's a very densely packed brush, just like the last one. I love that. It's also cruelty-free, like I mentioned in the last brush. It blends out product beautifully, so when I'm like have harsh lines, I just blend it really well. It makes the eyeshadow look beautiful, and it feels really comfortable. Super soft as well. The only problem I have with it is that the handle, after like about one use, started to become very wobbly. So I'll show you guys. That should not do that. Like this one. And I wasn't tugging on it, nothing like that. I was just sitting around, and it literally just started doing that. So I'm really not really happy with that. But for the price, I couldn't really go wrong. The next item is the brush cleaner. I love this stuff. This stuff works wonderful. That is one of the positives. It takes the makeup off the brush, especially if you have like really, really caked on makeup. I usually don't use it daily like it says to on the bottle. It usually says to use it daily, but I don't. I use it when the brushes get to the point where they're like, you can see like, especially with this one with my bronzer brush, you can see like the bronzer caked on the top, which probably you should do it daily, but I don't. And then I just spray a couple sprays all in the area, wipe it with a paper towel or a cloth, and let it sit to dry overnight. It comes off easily. It has a nice floral scent, which I like. It removes caked on makeup, caked on products out of the brushes. So as you guys knew, my old brushes had tons of makeup in them. And it came out beautifully. It came out easily. I didn't have to like scrub at it. It just came out. The only con about this item is that it leaves a strong scent. If you're not big into strong scents once it dries, I wouldn't use it because it does leave a very strong floral scent to the brushes once it is dry. The last product I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. Makeup Cleansing Remover Cloths. And it comes with 20 pre-moistened cloths. This is what it looks like. The pros about these is it removes makeup easily, and I'll show you if I can. Couple swipes, lipstick's gone. The darker red shade is a bit harder to get off usually, but it comes off pretty easily. I love them. It has a light fragrance, but it's not like super strong, so I do like that about it. The only thing that it has cons about is that it takes most mascara, but not all off. So I still do notice sometimes I still have a little bit of mascara at the base of my lashes, which I'm not really a big fan of. I like to have it all clean before I go to bed. So that is one of the cons I didn't like. It also leaves my skin a little dry. I'm not a big fan of things that make my skin dry because I usually don't cleanse my face after I'm done using my makeup removers. I know I should, but I usually don't because I just don't. So that is it for this video. Please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!